Eden wasn't a physical garden, it represents a state of limited perception. A world of unconsciousness where humanity lived unaware of its true potential. The fall the Old Testament speaks of wasn't about disobedience. It was the shift from ignorance to awareness, from low consciousness to high. Heaven and hell weren't places above or below, they were states of being. High consciousness is heaven. Low consciousness is hell. The serpent on the tree, often feared as the deceiver, was actually the wise one, the Christ consciousness itself. It invited Eve to eat the apple, not to punish her, but to awaken her. The apple symbolizes knowledge, the awareness of higher truth, the spark of consciousness that begins the journey out of unconsciousness. Eating it wasn't sin, it was the first deliberate step toward self-realization, the moment humanity started to see beyond illusion. Eden's tree is the tree of life, the spine, the axis of human energy. The serpent coiling around it represents the Kundalini, the divine energy that awakens when consciousness rises. Choosing to eat is a metaphor for activating this energy, claiming awareness, and moving from sleep into light. This story is the blueprint for awakening encoded in myth. It shows that the path to higher consciousness is never about blind obedience. It's about discernment, inner knowing, and courage. Eden is ignorance, yes, but the serpent is the guide that leads humanity beyond it. The Old Testament framed it as disobedience, but in reality, it was humanity taking its first conscious step toward enlightenment. The true message: knowledge is sacred. Awareness is liberation. The fall was never a curse, was the beginning of awakening, the moment the human mind chose to rise. The story of Eve and the serpent is into ancient history. It is a living lesson for anyone ready to open their eyes, embrace higher consciousness, and ascend from Eden's shadow into light.